A very good day to all of you. Our topic for today is Roman numbers. So, the first thing that we need to see is what are the alphabets that actually represent a Roman number. I have written it on the screen, you can check it. So, one is represented by I, a capital I, 5 is represented by a V, 10 is represented by X, 50 is represented by L, 100 is represented by C, 500 is D, and 1000 is M. There are certain things we need to follow when we write Roman numbers. As and when we go ahead with examples, we'll learn it. We'll do a lot of examples. So, first, just look at these numbers and the alphabets that are represented in the Roman numbers. As and when we understand and see the examples, we'll be able to know how to write the numbers. So let's start with the examples. The first example that I am going to take is, say, 14. How do I write a 14? So 14 means actually what? 14 means 10 plus 4. So 10 means x. So I write an x, and 4 means I cannot write 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is not correct. I can only use any alphabet thrice. I can use anything 3 times. So, how do I write a 4? What is the method of writing a 4? So, what I do is I write the 10, that means an X. I put a 5 and I put L before I write 5. So this becomes 10 and 4, 14. That means I write a 4 in this manner. 4 is written like this. How is 6 written? 6 is written a 5 and an extra 1 over here on the right hand side. So that means if I have to write a number or have to subtract a number, that means that L is placed or an X is placed or a C is placed left hand side of the higher value alphabet. On the left hand side, the number is decreased or subtracted. If I place it on the right hand side, that means it is added to that particular value. If we go ahead with examples, then we'll absolutely understand what we are trying to say. Now let's take the value or the number rather 26. And how do I write 26? 10, 20, 5, and 6. Let's take 37. How do I write a 37? 10, 20, 30, 35, and 2. 37. One more example. And suppose I write an example 50, or say 47. I write an example. I write 47. Let me increase the size of the pen so that it becomes easy for all of us to see the numbers properly. So I'm going to place it again like this and increase the pen size. Yeah. So I make it, say, 47. And how do I write a 47? I cannot write 4 times x. I cannot write 4x. So what exactly I need to know? I know that L is represented as 50. If I subtract 10 from it, then it becomes 40. 5, 7. How do I write a 52? 52. How do I write a 74? 50, 60, 75 minus 1, 4. So any alphabet I put left hand side of the higher alphabet, then it is actually subtracted. That particular value gets subtracted. Let's write 96. How do I write 96? Now I cannot write 4x's. That means an L, that is 50, and 4x's 90. It is not written in that manner. So in that case, I'll have to take 100. Now 100 is C. If I subtract 10 from it, this becomes 95 and 6, 96. How do I write 129? How do I write? I know 100 is C, 20. I cannot write a 9 like 5 and then 4 else. No, it's not the right way. So I have taken over here it's 100, 20, and 9 can be written in this manner. How do I write 367? 300 can be written as 1, 2, 3 C's, 300, 50, 60, 65, 67. I hope this is clear to you. So let's now write one more example and go ahead with more examples. So let me change the pen size. Yeah. So say I write down 958. How do I write it down? 900, we cannot write D and then 4 C's. That is not correct. So what I know that 1000 is M. If I subtract 100 from it, this becomes 900. 50 can be written as L. 8 can be written as 5, 6, 7, 8. How do I write a 17? I'm giving you random examples so that it becomes easy for you to understand. 17 means what? 10 plus 7. 10, 5, 6, 7. How do I write 444? How do I write it? 400, we cannot write 4 C's. So I know that D is 500. If I remove 100 from it, this becomes 400. 40 can be written as 50 minus 10, and 4 can be written as this way. Just check 444. How did I write it down? 444. Now let's take an example 79. 70 means L, 79. How do I write 168? 100 means C. 60 can be written as 50 and 10, 60. 8 can be written as 5, 6, 7, 8. We can use that alphabet thrice. We cannot use more than that, then we have to think some other way of doing it, and that's what we do, the subtraction part. One more example. Say if I take 302. How do I write 300? 100, 200, 300, 2. We are doing a lot of examples. Say we write down, let me change the pen size again. Yeah. So suppose we write down 89. How do I write 89? 80 can be written as 50, 60, 70, 80, 89. This is how we write 89. So what did we learn? If we have to write anything related to 4, What we do is we actually write down a 5 and reduce 1 from it. Suppose if I have to take 40, so I take the higher alphabet. Let us write it down. Suppose I want to write a 4. I take a 5 and I reduce 1 from it. Suppose I have to write a 6, so I take a 5 and increase 1 of it. Suppose I have to write 40. What I do is I write the higher alphabet, that is 50, and subtract 10 from it. If I have to write a 60, what do I do? Alphabet L and X. I have to write 90. What do I write? Higher alphabet C is 100, reduce 10 from it. If I have to write 80, what I can do is I can write a 50, 60, 70, 80. So I hope this is absolutely clear. Suppose if I have to write 555, how do I write 555? I write a 500, that is D. 50 can be written as L, and 555. So that completes our session for Roman numeral. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you understand. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Keep safe. Remain healthy. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.